One of my sons told me that in talking with other members of the 352nd family, he's learned more about me than he ever learned from me in all the years we knew each other.
I don't consider myself great, and I certainly was no hero. I just was over there doing the job that I was assigned as best I could do it.
It was just something that I'm going to remember the rest of my life.
I'm the oldest. I'm 7 minutes older than Buck. Yeah, but I outrank him. Well, sometimes.
We'd die for each other. I don't know a better way to describe it. We were family. When they need you, you're there.
His life depended on you and your life depended on him. And I think when you go through a thing like that for months on end, when you come back for the rest of your life, you're always going to be friends.
You trusted each other so much. There is certainly a bond that develops, a bond of trust, a bond of friendship, a bond of loyalty. We became brothers in the air.
We all have in common those beautiful airplanes behind me there. And that's why it's such a joyful event when this crowd gets together.
I guess the reason that I come to these reunions are the people I run into, people I flew with, people I associated with during World War II. First reunion I went to was in Oklahoma City. I was scared because I didn't know whether I would know anybody, recognize anybody. And one of our types said, "Oh, don't be worried, just reach up and mentally slap their cheeks, build up the baby fat in their face, and you'll bring them right back to their 20, 22, 24-year-old age." And I thought about that, and sure enough, and here were these about 15 guys standing in one spot, and uniquely, I knew every one of those people by name, except one. I couldn't remember his name, but his nickname was Bones, because he was a tall, skinny character.
It's like these boys at this reunion. They may be 80 years old, but they're still just something special about every one of them. And I certainly appreciate having friends like that.
And this has certainly sustained a lot of us in recent years of knowing that we can all get together once a year and relive some old times, tell jokes on each other, and to look at the beautiful Mustang.
There was no way I'd put an arm around somebody at Botany. but we were close. It was after the war that we really learned how to express ourselves. I mean, we were there. It was the same feeling then as now, except we didn't express it. And I guess right now, we don't give a hoot. The heck with it. We want to show it amongst ourselves, and the devil with the other people.
It's a love that has developed over the years from respect and mutual understanding of what we did together.
We talk to, and especially to some of the younger people that have come, some of their children. They have questions to ask. Did we know so-and-so? And I think it's been helpful to them. The family appreciates finding out things like that, or just talking with somebody that way.
We had one pilot who was badly shot up. He had something like 156 holes in his airplane. He was wounded and everything, and he flew his airplane home. He flew 2 or 3 more missions, and after the 3rd mission, he turned his wings in to the colonel. He says, "Colonel, ground me, court-martial me, do whatever you wish to do. I'm not flying again." And he said, "Today in the fight, I held back." And he said, "I will not endanger my comrades because I've lost my nerve." And I have great admiration for him. Well, his son came to me at one of the reunions and said, "There's something been bothering my dad all these years. Do you know what it is?" And I told him this story. And he was so appreciative. After all those years, he understood his father.
As time goes on, we all age, and a lot of the old veterans are passing on. And as a consequence, when you have a reunion, you're missing a lot of faces around. And that's heartbreaking in itself.
Saying goodbye this time is a lot different than saying goodbye at previous reunions, because we will never have another reunion again. This is the one that we've just held was the 15th one and the final one, unfortunately, and sadly, it's the final one.
Not seeing them in a group again, not talking about all the things that ever happened, and not fully realizing that many of them, all of us, are getting pretty old.
To see the guys and know that you might never see them again, because we are dropping like flies.
It's kind of heartbreaking to know that we're not going to be able to get together again as a group.
It's very sad that we are ending this thing, or bringing it to a close. And I have great sadness about it. At the same time, I realize that we have to pass the torch on to someone else.
We're delighted to host the 352nd Fighter Group in their last reunion. We have a legacy back to the 352nd, and I'm proud to be part of that lineage.
The 352nd led the way. They set the standard. We're going to follow, and we're going to try to uphold that tradition.